It's now time for a very, very funny man. Put your hands together for Lee Carroll.
These two barn owls were flying down the road like that. And one said to the other one, "I've just got engaged." His mate said, "You twit to who?" I phoned the council yesterday. I said, "I want to skip outside my house." He said, "Go on then." I went to an art exhibition last week, and I bought this painting. It was called Orgasm. And when I went home and put it on the wall, I found out it was a fake. I've got a Desperate Housewives over here. Look, I can't believe this. Brings me to the point, actually. It was my 20th wedding anniversary last week. It's not bad, is it? We went out for a meal. It was a lovely meal, ladies and gentlemen, and I'd had a few drinks, and when I got back, you know, you fall asleep and you wake up and you're disorientated, aren't you? You don't know where you are. And I woke up at 4:30 in the morning like that, and I focused, and my wife, she was staring through the window like that. I thought, what's up with her? So I rolled over and went to sleep. I woke up again about 9:45. And she was still staring through the window like that. I thought, Christ, I better let her in. She said, "We've been married 20 years. I thought we'd have a second honeymoon." I said, "Where are we going?" She said, "Well, we went the first time." I said, "Right, okay." So we booked the flights and everything. We got to the airport, 5 o'clock in the morning. You've got to be there 3 hours now, haven't you, before? 5 o'clock in the morning. It's the only time you look like your passport photo, isn't it? And no matter what time you're flying, you can never check in first, can you? There's always someone there before you, isn't there? And we've all seen them. The professional flyers. Matching shell suits, brand new trainers, Bob and Bev. And you get to the front of the queue and they ask you questions now. They say, "Has anyone you don't know given you anything?" I said, "No one I know gives me anything." So we landed and we went to the luggage carousel. Have you been there? It's where sweet little old ladies turn into smackdown wrestlers. Get out of the way! Get out the way. And we all queue up to pay homage to the luggage carousel, don't we? A conveyor belt going around with nothing on it. It's like a bad night at a generation game, isn't it? Can you imagine the blokes at the back peeping through a hole going, "Look at them silly buggers, look. Let's send an umbrella out to keep them interested." We had a lovely time, because me and my wife were childhood sweethearts. Aww. Well, that's nice, isn't it? We used to go to school together. I used to carry a satchel. Do you remember satchels? She used to carry my haversack. Well, it had me football boots and me books. I couldn't manage it myself. I used to have a balaclava in those days. Any lads have a balaclava? Just me, then. They used to keep your head nice and warm, balaclavas, didn't they? Brilliant. Mind you, that bit of wool under your nose used to go stiff in the cold weather, didn't it? Do you remember? You're like, "Oh, yeah." We used to play games as well, didn't we? Spin the bottle. And all the boys and girls played that because they sat in a big circle in the playground, and the girl, she would spin the bottle, and if it landed on the boy, she'd have to kiss him on the lips. And if she didn't want to, she'd have to give him a penny forfeit. This is how unlucky I was with girls. By the time I was 14, I had enough money to buy my own house. That's true. When I was in school, the days of suspenders and stockings, do you remember them? Oh, yes, our teacher. He wore them. She said, right, she said, you got a £1 coin, and you go home, and your dad gives you another £1 coin. What have you got? I said, £1. She said, you don't know your maths. I said, you don't know my dad. She said, well, try this again. You haven't got the hang of it, have you? I said, not really, no. She said, you put your hand in your left pocket and you find £1. I said, yes. She said, you put your hand in your right pocket, you find £1. I said, yes. She said, what have you got? I said, someone else's trousers on. She said, look, I'm going to give you 2 rabbits. I said, that's nice. She said, the next day I'm going to give you 2 more. I said, lovely. I said, third day, 2 more rabbits. How many have you got? I said, 7. She said, what's up with you? Look, we'll try it again. I'll give you 2 apples. I said, yeah. So I'm going to give you 2 more apples. I said, right. I said, 2 more apples. How many have you got? I said, 6. She said, it's clicking at last, isn't it? So I'll give you 2 rabbits. Yeah. Next I give you 2 more. Yeah. Next I give you 2 more. How many have you got? I said, 7. She said, how'd you work that out? I said, I got one at home. When I was a kid, I used to think my dad was a plastic surgeon. Because he used to look at me and say, I'll put that smile on the other side of your face in a bit. I didn't know what to do when I left school. I thought I'll have a week off. So I'm lying on the settee watching Tiz Was. Do you remember Tiz Was? And my dad's come in and he said, what are you doing? I said, watching Tiz Was on the telly. He said, get yourself a job. I said, I've only just left school yesterday afternoon. Give us a chance, will you? He said, hey, you're not stopping in this house unless you bring some money and get out and get a job. I said, right, I will then. So I'm looking for the paper jobs. I'm going to find these jobs. Oh, junior lion tamer wanted. Billy Smart Circus. What a job. Work with the animals, travel the world. I went for it. So I've come for the job, junior lion tamer. Girl said, ringmaster's round the back. I went round and said, I've come for the job, junior lion tamer. He said, all right, okay. Get in the cage with the lions then. What? He said, get in a cage with the lions, take this chair with you. I said, oh, they sit down, do they? He said, you idiot, you poked the lion with the chair. Poked the lion with the chair! I said, what if he takes the chair off me? He said, if he does that, get your whip out and crack it. Get back. Threaten it. Get back. So what if he takes the whip off me? He said, if he does that, back to the bars of the cage, very gently. He said, and slowly bend down, pick up a big lump of dung and throw it at the lion. I said, what if there is none? He said, there will be. There will be. You guys have been real nice. Thank you very much. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen.